right, all you night readers. It is good to be back. You don't know how much I really missed you guys. I'll tell you that. I can say that much, right? I can tell you I did miss you all. It's good to see you all here. And welcome to the new show, Tarot Nights. Yes, it is now just good old Tarot Nights, which is an awesome name. I'm very happy with it. I was very happy to have the idea over the last few days what to call the new show, and I had the help of my wife giving me input on what she thought of the name, and then my dear friend Modern Priscilla Tarot made this beautiful screen for me. And then we had our new opening video. Yes, I hope you all got to see it. If you didn't, I'll play it for you again if you want to see it. Yeah, so there it is, Tarot Nights. So welcome, everyone. And other than that, nothing's changed, right? Nothing has changed here on the Night Reader Tarot show. So, thank you for welcoming me back. Thank you for all of the people who sent me well wishes while I was gone. Lots of different things. I mean, we can talk about them if you'd like. I can always tell you things about what's happened over the past 4 days. But nothing has changed. Nothing changed, but I will give you this much, at least. Nothing may have changed yet. However, figuring out what the problem is the first step to change. How about that? Now, doesn't that make sense? All right. Don't forget, if you want to move your reading up and make it a priority, you can always make a donation. Donation information is at the bottom of the screen, and it's also in the show description. So, welcome to Tarot Nights, our first reading for our first new show. Again, actually, technically, I'm exactly right back where I started in the beginning. This was it in the beginning. So, Yvonne, I see where you are just at a point where you're not sure which way to go anymore. You don't know which way to go. You know, you're that dependable person who is, always there for everyone, always someone to look after everyone. However, who is looking after you? And I think that is what the Five of Wands there is telling you. Okay, I think that's, people who are saying to themselves, all right, which one of us is going to help and look after Yvonne? It's very funny that, Karen Rabago asks, what are the 4 R's feeling? What are the R's feelings towards me? And you got the 4 R's, right? It's not her 4 R's. I'm sorry. Sorry, Karen. There's no 4 R's after you, but that's okay. Yeah, so you've got the 4 of Swords, which I always say is, goes along with my 4 R's, right? The rest, relax, renew, and relief. Feel relief. So yeah, I think you definitely have to work on that. You got to find a way to be happy and, have that outlet for yourself to keep yourself from feeling bad all the time. If you don't have that kind of help and that kind of outlook, well, then of course things don't go as well as they should. And, you end up just, kind of just not feeling well, not being well, not, being very fragile, physically and emotionally. And I think that is something that you are working on, and I think you just need to continue to work on it. All right? Awesome. Very good. Very good to have everybody here. Thank you so much, everyone. Yvonne, Sagittarius, Girl Little Queen, Chanel, Jonathan, Lisa and Jessica, Lori, but not that Lori, Plum, Barb, hey Barb, Sagittarius, I said you. Yep, Karen, we talked about you already. Sorry, wasn't talking about you, really about you. Bobby Hill, hello, hello. Good to have everyone here. Let's see, Little Queen says, it's good to hear my voice again. You know what? It's good for people to hear. It's good to see your messages again. Thank you. You would like a reading on family? Just curious to see what comes up. All right, let's talk about Little Queen's family. All right, Queenie. It is good to be back. We did two wonderful collaboration shows this morning, Modern Priscilla Tarot and I. And then now we start with the new 6 o'clock only version of Tarot Nights. And I think that's going to be really good. This is going to work out much better. Going back to the original plan that I had when I first started this show, to just do one time slot a week. All right. So, family-wise, I think there is someone, or maybe you, who is very defensive in this family, who really wants to not have a whole lot to do with things. And I think that's bothersome to a lot of people in the family. I do see someone in your family, maybe close to you, maybe, may not be exact family, but maybe close as a good friend, as a very close friend. I think just might be pregnant or having, or having a baby. That's the same thing, I know. But yeah, there is that chance of that being the case. I don't know who. Again, we're looking at a reading on family. So if there's someone in your family, that is exactly who we're talking about. If there's already someone that we know. But yeah, I have to say, if you don't know yet, I think there is someone either in the family or very close to the family who might be a little bit pregnant. I think there's things that are just getting really serious with your family, and I'm not exactly sure why. And I think that's why this person is very defensive. I think everybody is kind of honing in on one person for something, and maybe everybody else is happy about that. But I have a funny feeling that that's not exactly the best scenario for your family to go forward. I think there's a lot of passion in this family, and I think there's a lot of compassion, right? I think it's a compassionate family, but I think when people are upset or something like that, it turns very passionate. It turns into much more of a heated discussion, or heated argument would be a good thought. But it seems like everybody is always honest with each other. Sometimes, again, to a fault maybe, where it hurts someone's feelings and they feel defensive, right? They feel very defensive. So that's what I'm seeing about your family. I hope that piqued your curiosity, because as you said, you were curious to see. Yeah. Chanel, are you here? Oh, please tell me you're here. Samantha, thank you so much for posting all that information. Hey, Sarah Smith and Daya, how are you? And Zhao, Little Queen, you're very welcome. Did that make sense to you, I hope? I hope it made sense. Chanel, if you're here, let me know, please. I'd appreciate that. Thank you so much. Ah, there you are. There you are. Loving the new vibe. So am I. Loving the new vibe too. I have to tell you, Chanel, I was really not right Wednesday night when I did your reading, especially, and I said stuff, and I just want to apologize. I put way too much personal into your reading and into your question, way more than I ever should have. And, I'm not your father. What you decide to do is your decision, not mine. And it's not for me to put my 2 cents in, because I put in a whole $1, it seems like. So I just wanted you to know that I apologize for if I was rude or seemed rude or out of place, because I just don't, that's not me, and you guys know that. But Wednesday night, you could already tell Wednesday night there was something wasn't right. Anybody who was here Wednesday kind of knew that things weren't right. Yeah, you're welcome, Chanel. I was hoping you were here so I could tell you, because I was afraid for some reason that you weren't going to be here. So, all right, let's see. A reading on your relationship. How are things? I hope things went well over the weekend. So it's been 4 days since I talked to you guys. And, I hope everything's been going good over the last 4 days. So the Knight of Swords tells me about rushing into something, right? The Knight of Swords is that very fast-moving knight. He is the fast-moving one. A little the Knight of Rods is right behind him, or Wands, Rods or Wands, same thing. He's the second fastest. But the Knight of Swords is the fast-moving knight. And the problem with him is if he runs in to do something without a plan, then things get destroyed, right? Then things have problems. And things do not go well. Because if he rushes in with no plan, he can't really see very well where he's going and what's going on around him. And, that's kind of what is going on so far with the relationship. I think the whole question that came up on Wednesday night, I honestly think you're kind of struggling with it, right? A little bit. I think you're still trying to figure it out. You're still struggling with it a little bit, and it's a big deal. It's not something that's small. And of course, I'm not saying anything negative about it, because that was not right for me. But I'm just saying that it's a big decision. Of course, that's always a big decision. But I think that, the relationship is going well, which is great. I think you're very excited the way things are going. I think you just keep getting more and more excited every single day. I think you are, ready to move forward in bigger and better things. I think you're getting really close to that whole idea of moving in together. And where are we here? Maybe what's today? The 12th? Yes, the 12th, Columbus Day. But I think that you are, I think you're ready to make that move. I just think that you are, you have that determination, and you're ready when you're ready, which I think you are ready to move forward into something, a little stronger than you've even got now, which is very strong. I think you are going to be the one. I think you're going to be determined to do it. And of course, I think that has to do with the moving in together thing, because that's coming up. That's probably, that's most likely the thing that's coming up next, or the fastest for you. If he's able to find a place in the next couple of weeks, you may be moving in November the 1st, right? Or if not, then maybe December 1st. But still, it's not that long. It's not that far from now. So I honestly think, things are still successful, right? Of course, I know they're still successful. I can feel that. And you have that very warm and vibrant attitude. And that's what's really, that's the good part. That's the really good part. The Emperor says, you have stability in your life. You feel very secure. Things are going well. And that's exactly what you've wanted all along. And of course, we know you've already had it. I know you've had this for over a month now, but it's continuing, and it's still what you want. That security and stability is still, those are still things that you want in your life. And, this guy, as we call him, he is, he's providing that security. He's providing that stability. And I think things are going very well. Yeah. Are you struggling a little bit in your mind as to exactly how quick to move? Probably so. Because this is very, very quick for you. This is much quicker than you would have ever expected, in August. In August, you would never have thought something like this happened. But all of a sudden, boom, there it went, and it took off, right? So, awesome. How great can that be? Well, it is great. And you're moving forward very nicely at a good progression, I think. So that is what I get for you. Chanel, thank you so much. You decided to take your time and look for a place. Interesting. So you did decide to slow down a little bit. That's good. You had the Knight of Swords right there in the front, and of course, like I said, if you rush into something with no plan, things don't go well. But if you rush into things and you have a plan all set, well, then things can go okay. You just do them really fast. But you gotta. It's all about the planning, right? It's all about that plan. All about the plan. So, yeah. Things are all about planning. All right, let's see what we get here for you, Sagittarius girl. I want to ask that, will SP reach out to you? I know a lot of you were here this morning, and not everybody got readings, of course. It's difficult, of course, when we're doing a collaboration because so many people are there. It's just hard. When you have people from two shows coming together, you get 30 people from my show and 30 people from her show. And well, it's great for us. It's great for her and I to see how many people are really showing up, but it's difficult, I know, for people trying to get readings. So anybody who was there this morning and didn't get a reading, I'm very sorry, but we will be having more of them. And I try to keep mental track of who has readings and who doesn't. So this way we can, come up with a plan, right? And come up with a list of, who should, when we're picking out things randomly, well, we kind of know, okay, well, this person's been read a couple times before. We need to move on and pick someone else randomly. So will SP reach out to you? Again, I'm going to tell you the same thing I just told Chanel, because you have the Knight of Swords as well. And it's the same exact thing. If you rush into this whole thing with SP and push them to reach out to you without having some kind of a plan behind it, it's not going to go very well. It's going to go quite poorly. And, well, SP won't appreciate it. And I don't think things will move forward at all. However, you have total control over the situation. You can have absolute control over the whole situation if you just have the confidence and inner strength that you need. You need to have some courage, right? And you need to do things with conviction. And I think you will have control over that whole situation. You are that giving and kind type of person, and I think that's something that SP is going to, that's something that will really attract SP. I guess that's the word I'm looking for, right? And I do see where things are going to grow between you and SP. So I would be willing to say, Sagittarius girl, that yes, SP will reach out to you. Things were starting to grow. And I think your giving and your kindness here is going to draw them back in. So that's what I see. That is what I'm seeing for you. I hope that helps, and I hope that makes some sense to you. Johnny Angel, you want a reading on your love life. You're dating a girl and you want to know if she is loyal or messing around. All right. We will see what we can see. Don't forget, all readings are for entertainment purposes only. And again, if you want to move up and guarantee a reading, then of course the only way to do that is to donate. And donation information is at the bottom of the screen, or in the show description. You can do it through Square on my website. You can do it through PayPal, or you can do it through CashApp. All right, loyal or messing around. Let's see what we got. Let's see what the cards say to us. Loyal or messing around. So Chanel, you did need a plan, and that's why you calmed down. That's why you slowed things down a little bit. Well, you know, that's good. That's okay. Nothing wrong with slowing them down. You know, it's not like the spark is gone already and things are fizzling out. No, you just came up with a brilliant idea that you guys are going to need a plan, and you know, that's a very good thing. All right. I can see where you are defensive. Right, I can see where that is definitely an issue for you, and I see where you're really thinking about. You know, you're thinking back on the different things that have been going on, and you know, you're kind of looking into everything that is said and done to see if you can find something wrong. But I don't know. You know, I'm not seeing right yet, at least here, that something is going on. I do see where this may be just a self-esteem or a self-confidence problem, where you just don't feel like you are, you don't feel like you're good enough for this girl. Maybe that's the case. And you're, of course, afraid that she is going to go somewhere, right? The Eight of Wands is all about movement and going somewhere quickly. But I definitely think those are the issues. But I'm going to tell you, honestly, you know, normally I tell everybody, oh, this is the knight in shining armor, your Prince Charming. But it doesn't have to be, right? This could be in tarot. Let me put it to you this way. In tarot, cards don't have gender to them, right? So, okay, this is a girl standing here, but this can still represent you as a guy, right? It doesn't matter. It's the idea that the card is all about defending yourself and putting up a wall, and that's okay. This card has a guy in it, but this could be her anyhow, because she is probably Snow White. She's Princess Charming. She is probably the girl of your dreams, right? Someone you never thought that you would be able to get a date with. And now all of a sudden you are dating her, and you're like, oh my goodness, she's definitely got to have somebody else, because I'm just not, I can't be good enough for her. But you know what? You are. You need just to work on that inner strength. Have your courage, right? Have that courage. And I think things will go okay. I don't see anything here that tells me that she's going anywhere. I just see where you think that she's going somewhere, and that makes you put a bit of a wall up. If you keep this wall up, I will give you this little tidbit of advice on this. If you keep this wall up, it will drive a wedge in between you. Because, you know, how is she ever going to get close to you? How is she ever going to get close when there's that wall? She's just going to keep banging up against the wall and never get close. So, something to think about. All right? You were friends before you turned into boyfriend and girlfriend. There you go. And, I mean, was she a good friend? Was she a reliable friend? Was she, honest and always told you the truth when you were dating? Because if so, I gotta imagine that, I don't see why that would change. Did she ever, you gotta figure it this way. Okay, if you were her friend and she talked to you about things, did she ever tell you that she ever had other boyfriends that she cheated on? something to think about, right? Hi, Lise. It's always nice to see your smiling face. All right, so let us see what we get for you for your general reading, Lise. Okay. So. You have had an issue where, no matter how hard you watch something, and no matter how much time you put into paying attention to something, when I say watch, I'm really talking about paying attention, watching. It can still get away from you. And I think that puts you on the defensive side of things, right? This is the same card as the Snow Globe of Wands and the Seven of Wands we just had before. This is the Seven of Wands. It's all about being defensive. It's all about, right? It's like, this is the same card as putting the wall up there around you. No, it's not either. That's the 9, sorry. That was the 9 of Wands, but that's okay. The 7 of Wands is still all about being defensive, defending your position, defending your location, where you are. It's also the card of wearing the wrong shoes. Just kidding. I know he's got different shoes on, but yeah, it is. It's all about being defensive now, because that's how you feel you have to be. You have to watch everything and everyone and be defensive, because things don't go exactly the way that you expect them to go all the time. They, sometimes they take a turn, and that turn slows things down. And then you end up feeling like that you end up feeling foolish. You end up feeling, that innocence come back in, where it's like, oh, I trust everybody, and now I've gotten myself into a conflict, and now what am I going to do? Because this person has taken everything. This person here has taken everything. They've taken all the swords, even the ones they've taken from these people. This is you, way back here in the back. This guy has come, he's taken your swords, and now he's leaving. And look, he's smirking when he goes. So I have to say, that's kind of what I'm seeing going on. That's what I see. And that seems to be, how I'm feeling about it. All right. Yeah, you're welcome. You are very welcome, Jonathan Angel. I am glad to have helped. Bobby Hill, I'm all set to pick your question, and there's no question. You're just complaining to me that I never pick you. Well, now I picked you, and you have no question. So, now I have to move on. Karen, so what are R's feelings towards you right now? Karen, loving the sunglasses look. Rocking the orange sunglasses. So while I was gone over the last 4 days, I lost 3 followers. So I'm guessing they weren't really faithful followers. But, well, first off, I know it was none of you guys. Because, well, first off, I would never expect that. Second off, you're all here. I knew who would not ever unsubscribe. That's for sure. I know people who would definitely not unsubscribe. And like I said, I do appreciate all the well wishes. While I was gone, it wasn't easy being gone. Like I said, I did spend a lot of time thinking about what's going on in my life, and what in the world am I going to, how am I going to fix things with myself so that I can help other people. And like I said, I really had to do some soul searching, right? I had to be the hermit for a while. And that's where I was for 4 days. I was just here being the hermit. And I really did figure out what I think my problem is. I know, it's easy for me to say, right? But I did. I think I figured it out. And I think it is helping to figure it out. At least now I know what to work on. Hey, Freedom, I'm glad you're here. And Zena, awesome to have you guys back. Next is, I love this deck too. I'm absolutely obsessed. I think this is a wonderful deck. This is a wonderful, wonderful deck. This is the Wizard's Tarot, which is the one that I just had ordered not long ago. All right, so R is your knight in shining armor, right? He's like the white-haired Elvis. He is the Knight of Cups, and we were just talking about that. For you, I think he is like your Prince Charming, someone who is very charming. And I don't know if R is a guy or girl, but I think that is them. I think they are very charming. I think they are very magnetic. I think the Three of Wands is telling me you're searching for something. I shouldn't say you. I don't mean you. R is searching. I think R is searching for something, and it's right in front of them, and that is you. So yeah, I think it's right there. It's kind of just like the wizard's hat that's sitting here right in front of the desk, and can't really see it, and looking kind of bummed that they can't find it. But you know what? It's right in front of them. So I think that if R really wants to move forward with you and grow this relationship, because the Empress is all about growing. It's also about pregnancy, but you're not pregnant. So it's all about growing. You want to grow this relationship and take it, move into a actual relationship with R. Well, then they need to start to look beyond that little desk that they're sitting at and find exactly what's right there in front of them. Temperance tells me this is you're moving in the right direction. You have to have a little patience with R, because I think R might be a little bit, not difficult, but I think R is very slow moving. So you're going to have to slow a little bit too. You're going to have to have that patience. And I think that's fair. I think that is going to be very fair. I think that's not an unfair thing to ask. So yeah, that's definitely what I am thinking. All right, Karen, you're starting a date. Well, there you go. That's kind of it then. He just needs to look past the desk. Art needs to look past the desk so that things can grow like they should. Hold on 1 second, okay? I'll be right back. Sorry, I heard a loud thump, and I had to make sure my wife was all right. But she is okay. But that's what I got for you, Karen. Thank you so much for your question. And yeah, so you're starting to date, and that's a good thing. And I think, for things to grow, he needs to look, what's the saying? Look past your nose, right? He needs to look past his nose. But I also think, you're right there in front of him. And once he really gets beyond that, he's going to see just how lucky he really is. That's all. So Bobby Hill, no question. You're probably not even still here. All you did, I guess, was came in to complain that I never pick your question. Okay. Well, guess what? Not picking your question tonight either then. You didn't have to come in here to complain on my first night back. Yeesh. I haven't been here for 4 days. I haven't picked anybody's question. Hey, Barb. I dropped a card. Hold on. Okay. So, Barb, what does the future hold for me, for you, not me, for you when you move? What's the future hold for you when you move? I know it's only a couple more weeks, but boy, are they going to be, they're long weeks, aren't they? Today's only the 12th. There's 19 days left in the month. Yeah, what a pain, right? Almost 3 weeks. It seems like forever, doesn't it? I know. Well, let's see what we get for you. Yeah, I think he left too. Oh well. Just came in to complain. That's good. Thanks for lodging your complaint. I will send it to the complaints office. I have one of those now. All right. All right. What's going to happen when you move? What's the future hold? Restoration is the first word that comes to mind when I see judgment. I think you're going to feel restored. You're going to feel something in you, something within you is really going to feel restored back to the way it used to be. And I think that's going to be a great thing for you. I think you will become much more, what's a good word for it? I think right now you're very alert and you think on your feet and you feel like you have to be on your toes all the time, and that's fine. I get that. I understand. But I think once you do make this move, I think you're going to become a little more confident. I think you're going to be a little more decisive in the things you say and the things you do, and I think you'll be able to move forward with that. I think things are getting serious right now, and I think it's getting to a point where you will be happy once you're gone, because then you'll feel more protected. You'll feel like you're out of reach and out of touch from people that you just don't want to be in touch with, and you are taking the initiative to do this yourself, right? And that gives you power, and that gives you confidence, and confidence will give you all the other things, right? Self-respect and self-worth and something else, and I can't think of esteem. That's it. And self-esteem. This will all help. Confidence helps everything when it comes to yourself. The Queen of Cups tells me, you just want to be successful in life. You just want to have a successful life. You want to move forward. You want to have, emotional happiness. You just basically want to heal. You want to heal. And that's shown right here. Of course, she's halfway in the water. And the water is emotions. And I truly think that's exactly what you're looking to do, right? Is emotionally heal yourself. And that's exactly what's going to happen. That's how things are going. That's what the future is going to hold for you when you move, right? As you move forward and you have your actual move. All right. So, yep, that's what I got for you. Thank you. Thank you, Barb, for being here. I appreciate you being part of my welcome back party, I guess, right? At least it's the new show party. Let's put it that way. Don't forget, the new show is now called Tarot Nights. Just good old Tarot Nights. Yeah, Tarot Nights. Absolutely love it. Love the new name. And it's straight to the point. Tarot Nights with a K. Tarot Nights with a K. Because everything I do is with a K. Oh, you're welcome, Barb. Always. Always welcome. Oh, let's see. Samantha. Part of the Blue Crew. Samantha, how are you? I hope you are doing well. I hope the last 4 days have seen some good growth for you. Some movement in the right direction, right? All right, so a general reading. Thank you, Barb. I am always rooting for you. I'm doing all right, Samantha. Like I said, I didn't fix myself, but at least I know where to start, because now I know what the problem is. I'm pretty sure I figured it out. All right, so 9 of Rods. Again, I think you still got your walls up, right? You still have your protection protective walls all around you because of that past hurt and the past things that have hurt you. And well, that's okay. That is okay. And you should stay that way, right? You should keep it that way. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I am very happy that you are, that you do protect yourself a little bit, because getting hurt again while you're already in a hurt state and hurting state, well, that would just be horrendous. That would be terrible. So, but what's going on right now, of course, is this, right? You're planting the seeds for a new life. You're planting the seeds to move forward, and so that your life grows into something better than it was. Your new life will grow into something better than it was. And once it does that, of course, this is all about achievement and success. And well, what else would you want them to be successful, right? You got to be successful. That's going to be good. That's going to be perfect. It's just what you want. Nobody wants to be a failure, right? Nobody grows up and says, "Oh, you know what? Oh boy, do I want to fail today." Nobody says that. Nobody I've ever met. Even people like me. I don't wake up every morning and say, "What can I do to fail this morning?" I know what I'll do. I'll run a tarot show. No, never. I think you will be successful. I think you'll be happy inside and outside, which is awesome. The moon tells me you're a little bit afraid of this, right? You're a little bit afraid that things are going to start to get better, and then all of a sudden something bad's going to happen, right? Something's going to fall off, and that'll be it. The other shoe will fall, and that will be the end of everything, and things won't be happy anymore. Well, that's not the case. I don't think that's the case. The Emperor is telling me again that you are building up your stability. You're feeling more stable every single day. You feel more secure with yourself each and every day. You just need some order and structure in your life, and that's okay. That's what you're doing. You are doing that. You're finding ways. You are definitely finding ways to make your own life better. And that's what you have to do, right? And I think that's what you're doing. Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. Keep planting the seeds of success. Keep planting the seeds of happiness. And when that grows, well, that's going to be awesome. That is going to be awesome. I only wish good things for you, Samantha. Hey, Fairy Wren. Thank you so much again for being here. And thank you for your kind words while I was gone. I did appreciate that. I did. And I gotta tell you guys, you may not realize, but I truly, truly missed every one of you while I was on my vacation, as I like to call it. You gotta remember, if this was a job, if this was an actual job that I went to every single day, well, they would give me vacation, right? So, yeah, I took a few days of vacation, and now I'm back, and things seem so much better, don't they? Things feel better. The energy is back. The show is good again. The readings aren't so bad. Hopefully my voice is right where it should be and right where you guys like it to be. I don't think my voice has changed over the 4 days. But hey, you never know. You never know. All right, a forecast reading for the month ahead. I guess we're talking the rest of October. Nexus? I'm kind of guessing. Tarot Lover, thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Freedom, thank you. Yeah, I did. I missed you guys, each and every one of you. I really did, because everybody has a story that we talk about, and I miss those stories. I miss talking to you each about them. Yeah, so Tarot Lover, yes, absolutely. How it works here is you just post a question, and I choose questions at random. And if you want to guarantee a reading, the only way to do that, of course, is to donate. That guarantees your reading and makes your question priority, so it gets answered right away. But yes, you can post a question at any time, and I choose my questions at random, so this way no one can ever get skipped. Right? You can't skip over someone when it's a random choice. So for the next month, I think big. For the next month, big things are going to change to start off. Okay, Nexus. I really do. I think it's going to start off with some type of a big change, and you're going to feel like you need more guidance to get through it. I think you're going to need some guidance to get through it. I think you need to really develop something. There's something that's going to go ahead moving forward that's going to have to do with development, but it's also going to have to do with you fixing yourself, fixing something within yourself or for yourself, so that you feel better about things. The Six of Cups tells me, you are very caring. You like to, you like to share things with people. You like to give things. You're a very giving and kind person. And, that's important. That's very important, because I think that's how you draw in good energy. And the Three of Pentacles tells me that the people you work with and the people you are working with in your everyday life are a good team, right? I think you guys have a lot of cooperation. I think there's good plans there. And I truly believe that things are going to go well. Overall, they're going to go well for the next month. I just think it's going to start off with a bang, right? A real big bang. But I think you'll get some guidance here and figure out exactly where to be going. So that's what I get for you. All right. We do have about 5 minutes left in the show, so keep that in mind. Hey, Bountiful Sea Turtle from Florida, how are you? It's good to have you here. Thanks for being here. Zena, when will you see Stephen? When will you see Stephen? let's see what we get for you. When will you see Stephen? So I think you are very hopeful that you're going to get to see him very soon. And I think that is, I think a little bit of faith will help you feel better about the situation. I think there's a lot of things going on right now. And I think, Stephen has a lot of things that he has to do first before he is even able to think about getting together, because there's just so much. I think it all has to do with work. I think there's something going on at his job, or wherever it is, or whatever type of work that he does. I think he is having to cooperate with people, and not that he doesn't like to cooperate with them. I just think that the project that he's working on, or whatever it is he's working on, is very very much pulling him away, holding him back, right? But he really needs the money. It's not like he can just stop working or just stop doing whatever he's doing and not have any income, because that would be bad. Because right now I think he is really juggling his finances and trying to prioritize how in the world is he going to be able to save up enough money to move forward and come and see you. So when will you see him? I don't know. What is a good time? Good night, Samantha. When is a good time that he's going to be able to see you? I got the Magician here at the bottom of the deck, and well, the Magician tells me be confident, feel your own power, feel within yourself to see when this is going to take place. And maybe, just maybe, if you figure it out, maybe you can go see him. Maybe you can go to him. If you really do have that confidence that I think you have. All right. Next, does anyone remember Midnight Caller, the TV series from 1988? It reminds me of his voice. I do not know that show. I never saw that show. And I was already married by 1988, so it wasn't like I was too young to know it. But yeah, I don't know that show. Well, I hope my voice has not changed in 4 days. That's all I can say. That's all I can tell you. I truly hope not. All right, let's see. What do we got here? 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock Eastern time. And it is time to pick the last question, unless I have donations. Don't forget that donations do take priority. Donations do guarantee a reading, and I do stay around to do them. So that is, let's see. You want a reading about why people are so rude to you in Florida, Chrissy Chandler. Well, tell me this. What are they rude about? What are they rude about? It was Gary Cole. Gary Cole. I'll have to look him up. Gary Cole. Why does that name sound so familiar? All right. Gary Cole. He wasn't the guy that used to do the news on Laugh-In way back in the 60s, was he? You were living in Dubai, and people were nicer there than in Florida. Interesting. Why are people rude to you in Florida? What are they doing or saying that is rude? Because I see where you are a very sympathetic and generous person. I think you're very emotionally balanced. I think you have, some very new energy that you brought with you from Dubai. I think there's a lot of new potential behind that. I think you're a very hard worker. I think you're determined. I think you're dedicated. And I think you are, I think you really push yourself to do the best that you can. I think you're all about, making your family and friends feel very safe, feel very loved, feel very blessed, and all about well-being. So I'm not sure, I don't see anything here that's telling me anything about people being, rudeness growing, because of course this is the Empress and it's all about growth. I don't see where you are nurturing a bad habit or bad attitude towards anyone. And, I don't see anything at all. They just look at you mad. They look at you mad. The bottom card here on the deck is the Ace of Cups, as you can see. The Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is all about emotions, right? It's all about new emotions, because cups are full of water and water is emotion. So it's about new emotions, but it's also about new healing. And maybe it's time just to heal. Tarot Lover says probably jealous. You were working as a model there, and they looked at you mad. Well, then maybe they are just jealous. Because I really don't see anything here that tells me that you are doing anything to anyone other than being a good person. I think you're a very good person, and well, that's my opinion. That's what I'm getting from the cards. So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That is what I'm seeing. I don't see any really good reason that anyone should be jealous, should be rude to you. But, unfortunately, that does happen. Your twin sister was at the doctor's today, and the doctor was so rude to her. Wow. I'll tell you, my wife and I went to a doctor, and we had a very rude doctor up here in New Jersey who was extremely rude to us. And, of course, we never went back there either. But it was just very off-putting. So, all right. So that was my last question. Let me just take a look and see if I have any donations. And I do not have any donations. Even your mom says the people are rude to her. Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that, Chrissy Chandler. I am sorry to hear that. Nobody should be rude to you. People should think before they're rude. because that's just not nice. All right, so I hope you all had a good night. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. I will be back again tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow night for another episode of Tarot Nights at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. And hopefully this morning you were all pleasantly surprised by your daily tarot tip. So make sure you are subscribed. Make sure that you get notifications, because then you'll see that I will be sending out daily tarot tips again. All right? So yes, I hope you were pleasantly surprised by that. And that's all for tonight's show. So thank you so much for being here. Again, I do appreciate it. And I will see you all tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Have a good night.